Hello, I'm Alice Sharp. I'm the curator of Climate Clock, and I also work for an organisation in the UK called Invisible Dust, and we work between artists and scientists on climate projects. So I'm really excited to be here in Oulu, April 22, preparing the first visit for me in Oulu because of the COVID crisis, to come and see all the different villages, towns and Oulu itself, to kind of understand more about what people are interested for the year of culture and how art might bring some real meaning into people's ideas and perceptions about climate change. Now, we all know climate change is happening, but how is it affecting people both in the countryside and in the town in this area? Obviously, we've got a big change in weather, and what I'm really aware of here, we've got a lot of snow at the moment in April, but a lot of people are saying to me, this is quite unusual, and more recently, the snow is leaving in March, and that's a change. That's something that's connected to climate change. But climate change is also very much about nature, and what I'm really aware of from going around this area is to look at how nature is really important to people's lives. It's the way that I think Finnish people have their leisure time is to walk out into nature, to be in the woodland, to hear the birds, to really think about the seasons changing. And I feel like it's really embedded in people's ideas about themselves. And what I'd really like to do with this project is to have the 6 artworks that we're making both in Oulu town centre and in the towns and villages outside in the municipality, something that people can really look forward to seeing and being interesting for them, something that connects to what they feel about their place, whether it's Uli or whether it's Oulu city, and something that they can feel that looks to the future and looks to how we're going to live in the future. Everybody knows with climate change we're all going to have to reduce our carbon footprint, but obviously there's going to be people looking at it in different ways. If you live right in the rural countryside, of course it's more difficult because you're going to need to drive, but maybe there are other ways that you can make changes, and of course the local government and the national government can also make changes in terms of power, electricity, those kind of things. And so these artworks, which are going to be permanent sculptures in both Oulu and the surrounding areas, are all going to have a message of hope, of kind of positivity about us going forward with climate change, as well as being connected into those local communities. As part of Climate Clock, we're going to involve local communities, and we're really interested to hear from people in Oulu and in the surrounding villages and towns about what they feel about climate change, what they'd like to have from the City of Culture. And so what we're going to have some artists actually working with local communities, drawing out their ideas, involving them in a creative piece. And that's really, really important for us, because what we really want is to see real involvement of local people, them having something where they shape something creatively and then feeding into an artwork which the artist prepares. So yeah, really encouraging people to get involved in the year of culture.